Let's make this session the most interactive session of your life. There is magic that happens when a child speaks inside the classroom about their opinion. And if this happens to be the first time ever and they are given encouragement, just the first sharing inside the classroom breaks certain chains inside them. I've seen this happen to people when they are attending Let's Explore, where they are doubtful about their thought and they voice it, and they're scared they will be judged, hence they prefer to remain silent. But when we take that statement, break it into a few parts and show them how 2-3 beautiful things were there in their sharing, it kind of liberates them. So this session is so much about very simple live interactions inside the classroom. And I'm going to take today's session in those lines, where I'm going to every now and then ask you, so what does this mean for your life? So this one statement will be repeated a few times today. So what does this mean for your life? And I want you to feel free and share about what does this mean for your life. Now, of course, since we are on Zoom and we have about 200 people present, you can share about what this means through the chat messages. And those of you who feel comfortable, you can also electronically raise your hands. And then we will take a few of you, listen to a few of you, the way you will do it inside the classroom. And we'll conduct the last 1 hour of today's session. Question 1. Would you like to feel helpless or would you like to feel powerful in your life? Just raise your hands or write the answers in the chat box. Would you like to feel helpless or would you like to feel powerful in your life? Some people are writing short form, P. P has many meanings. कमाल हो गया. You write only P, it also sounds like instruction. जैसे हम लोग पहले लॉन्ग ड्राइव जाते थे ना, माँ मेरे को बोलती थी बेटा जाके आ. Almost feels like somebody is telling me, go. Is somebody writing very P also? ये भगवान, कैसे लोग हैं यार, कमाल है. Okay, thank you. Would you like a mantra that can forever end your present and future worries? Yes or no? अभी आप लोग क्लास में क्या करोगे? ऑफकोर्स आपके पास में चैट बॉक्स है नहीं. So you don't tell them that go home and open Zoom and write on the chat box. You'll ask them, raise your hand. So those of you who believe you want to be powerful, please raise your hands. Those of you who want to be very powerful, raise 2 hands. Those of you who want to be even more powerful, only 2 hands. थोड़ा मस्ती करने का, क्लास को थोड़ा लाइट करने का, सिर्फ हेवी नहीं करने का. और क्लास में अंदर घुसने से पहले ना एक स्माइल लेके घुसने का. Some of you enter the classroom as you are going on a war, एकदम सीरियस, कि मतलब पता नहीं क्लास के बाद बचेंगे कि नहीं, you know that kinds. अचानक याद आता है इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम भरा है कि नहीं, and then you insert inside the classroom. ऐसे नहीं, थोड़ा प्यार, थोड़ा मस्ती, थोड़ा मजाक. So ask them, do you want to feel powerful or helpless? Raise your hands. If you want to feel helpless, then put your head down. ऐसा बोलने का उनको कुछ. Would you like a mantra that can forever end your present and future worries? Raise your hands. If you don't want that mantra, then put your head down. Chances are one or two children will be there who put their head down, completely ignore them, don't even look at them. They are doing it so that they can get attention, not a problem. You focus on people who are raising their hands. Now, if you want to be powerful and if you want a mantra that can forever end your present and future worries, then play along with me. Now, here is where you actually take them on a very beautiful visualization. We are doing this for the first time ever in 24 years. So enjoy doing this part of the session. This is a new style that you are also going to learn. And this is where your growth as a speaker, as a communicator, as a storyteller also happens. See, there are a few kinds of stories. One is a story which is inspiring, so you are all power. The other is a story which is light-hearted, where you are cracking a joke. The third is when you want them to visualize something. This is the most beautiful and the most powerful way of storytelling. When you can help them become a part of a story. They're not listening to a story, they're becoming a part of the story. And this is what you're going to do now. Very, very simple, nothing complicated about it at all. But something that you're going to do for the first time. Now, this is where, irrespective of how good a speaker you have been across years, you will have to do a lot of practice. So, all the ACs present over here, mock banta hai or proper mocks bante. So, you play with me now. Imagine that you are a seed, S-E-E-D, seed. Imagine that you are a seed. What you will do is each one of you will also take some seeds inside the classroom. Now, those of you who want more engaging, you can take some seeds and give to each one of them. Those of you who want to be a little less, you can take one seed and show it to all of them. थोड़ा बड़ा seed लेके जाना, राई मत लेके जाना. Beans is a good one because it's a little bigger in size. So imagine you are a seed, the best seed in the world. Now the seed has a few possible paths on which the future of the seed lies. We say in China there is a saying, inside every seed there is a forest. What is the difference between sight and vision? Sight is something that everybody has and everybody can see. Vision is something which only a few people can see, and that is about what will this become in the future. Now that is vision. What will this become in the future is what is called as vision. Sight जो आंख से दिख रहा है, जो दिमाग को अभी प्रेजेंट का समझ रहा है. विजन जो दुनिया को नहीं दिख रहा है, दूसरों को नहीं दिख रहा है, तुम्हें दिख रहा है, which is where you use your imagination. So imagine that you are the best seed in the world, the most potent, most powerful seed. Now your future has a few possibilities. Let's say 6 possible paths. What are these? Its anagram for me is called selfie. Now I'll share with you what can be the possible future of the seed. What I want you to do is you think along with me that what are the possible future of the seed. एक seed है, most powerful seed. Now what can be the possible future of the seed? So I said its anagram is selfie. S means store it. So take the seed, put it inside a jar and you store it for future use. Second, eat it. भूख लगी है, सब्जी बना लो, खाना बना लो, खा लो. Which is what we do every day to hundreds of seeds. Third, let it rot and waste. Stands for store it. E stands for eat it. L stands for let it rot or let it waste. तुमने ध्यान नहीं दिया, तुमने उसको बेकार कर दिया, तुमने फेंक दिया उसको. I store it in the godown and there also it rots. पानी लग गया, it rots. Fourth possibility, feed it to other animals or other birds. Some of you must be having people at home who feed the birds who comes during summer. चलो चिड़िया को खिलाते हैं. Fifth, I stands for invest it. How? You put it in the ground so that that seed can become a plant, can become a tree, can become a forest. Or you can use that seed to research in the lab on how to make this seed better seed. What can be the reasons why the seed will rot or not be productive. So you use it for research or you invest it. So I stands for invest it. And E, selfie matlab store it, eat it, let it rot, feed it, invest it, and last E stands for exchange it, which means you use it for business. धान का व्यापार होता है ना, or you can barter it. So you use it for exchange. So selfie, so that it is easy for children to remember inside the classroom. Imagine that you are a seed, the best seed in the world. You have these 6 possible uses. Now, did I miss anything? Can you think about a use that I have not thought about? You will ask this question in the class. Whatever answer comes, just say absolutely right, perfect, good. Which means you are creating an environment, a safe environment for people to share. Even if they are saying one of the uses which is already existing in selfie, you will still tell them, that's nice, that's smart, that is correct. You are creating a safe space for people to voice out. कोई डेढ़ होशियारी नहीं. अरे I've already told ना ये selfie में, give me something that I've missed. No होशियारी. This is not the time to prove you are smart. This is the time to encourage the children to share. Safe space. So, anybody, any use that I have missed? Abhi says sprout it, yes, absolutely, so that I can eat it, so that I can use it for many other purpose. Beautiful, very nice. So that I can grow it, absolutely right. So that we can nurture it, true that. Play with it, that is very interesting. Very, very interesting, play with it. Gift the seed to others, so true, so true. So true. S for store it, absolutely. Write on it, yes, even that is possible. That what an incredible thing to write on it. Beautiful. Use it for decoration. Oh my God, what a beautiful idea. What a beautiful idea. Make best from waste seed like frame it. Wow. Super smart people. Clone it. My good Lord, Harshad Doshi. So you see how creative we are and how many of us can think about uses that did not even occur to one head. Make a rangoli out of it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very creative group of people, I must say. Use it for puja. So true. So true. Now, for the sake of the class, let's take one path. And the path that we take is we decide to invest it by harvesting it. We invest it to harvest it. So we put it in the ground. Now, how does the story of the seed look like once we have decided to harvest the seed? The seed journey on being invested. So now, remember, I'm speaking about you. I'm speaking about your story. You are the seed. You are the best seed in the world. So let me narrate your story now. Now, what is this new story? I, Naren, am imagining that you are that seed which has been sown in the ground for you to be harvested. You, the tiny seed, lay nestled in the soft earth. You have been waiting patiently to begin your journey, to sprout and to grow into something magnificent. As a seed, while you are buried in the darkness of the soil, you longed to feel the warmth of the sun on your leaves. You longed to drink in the sweet nectar of the rains, and you longed to reach for the sky. Visualize yourself in darkness, inside Mother Earth, waiting to sprout, waiting to see the sun, waiting to smell the air, waiting to feel the rain. As spring approached, the earth began to stir. The sun's rays grew stronger, and the first gentle showers of the season began to fall. You, the seed, felt a surge of energy, a desire to break from your earthly prison and embark on your adventure. With a burst of strength, you pushed your way through the soil, your tiny roots searching for nourishment deep inside. The journey so far was not easy. You, the seed, faced numerous challenges. Sometimes the soil was too dry and you struggled to find enough moisture. If you don't have moisture, you're going to die. Other times, the wind would whip through the meadows, threatening to uproot you and just blow you away. And at times, you would get scared. Will you end in darkness in Mother Earth's bosom? You, the seed, witnessed a battle between your voice of hope and voice of despair. You, the seed, did not give up. Continued to work on yourself, drove your roots deeper into earth, and your shoots started reaching higher towards the sunlight. अच्छा सुनो, ये सब ना मैं लिख के तुम लोगों को देने वाला है, तो तुमको सब याद रखने का और अभी नोट्स लेने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You imagine along with me. So Joe has a system by which he captures what I am saying, and then it gets translated and it will reach you. Now you say about this initial life of the seed, you say it dramatically, you say it with feelings. So when you say, and at times you would get scared, will you end In darkness, in Mother Earth's bosom, voice modulation comes into play, emotions come into play, connections come into play. So you can't take this session by delivering it flat. Imagine the same thing being said, and at times you will get scared. Will you end in darkness in Mother Earth's bosom? अरे listen to me. ऐसी क्या तो मजा नहीं आएगा. So that is why this session will be a little different. Let's end on a high. थोड़ा मेहनत लगेगा. एसीज का भी थोड़ा मेहनत लगेगा. जो भी मॉक सेशन देंगे थोड़ा मेहनत लगेगा. It's not just about memory, but it's about feeling what you're going to deliver. तो बहुत मजा आने वाला है इस बार. After this, you can apply to Bollywood as a main hero, main heroine, any acting role. So after this initial story about the seed journey, and as you say that you, the seed, to witness the battle between your voice of hope and voice of despair, and then you say, but you, the seed, did not give up, continue to work on yourself, driving your roots deep into the earth, and your shoots striving towards sunlight. Then you take a small pause for at least 10 seconds, not say anything at all. You know, sometimes we are in a hurry to fill silence with our voice. Don't do that. Learn to play with pause. A storyteller, their greatest asset is in using the pause, not in speaking. This pause that I have between sentences allows you to assimilate the sentence and make sense to you. Otherwise, before you have a chance to digest, if I keep speaking to you, then it's like having very tasty breakfast, very tasty lunch, very tasty dinner for 7 days at the same time. The cook will think मैंने तो सब बना के दे दिया. सामने वाले को पचता नहीं है ना. And that's why pause is critical. So after you speak this, you will ask them, and this is the question that I'm asking all of you. Now you are the seed. Now I just described a small part of your journey. Now I'll ask you a question. Tell me, what does this mean for your life? What I just shared? Tell me, what does this mean for your life? You can raise your hands or you can write the answers electronically on the chat. Saurabh?
Yeah, hi. So it means the journey of my from my birth till date, what I have achieved, what I have gone through, the struggles, the achievements, and the greatness which I have thought in my mind. So this entire narration so far is actually reflecting my journey.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Abhijit?
This means that the voice of hope in me did not give up. It continued to suppress the voice of despair, and come what may, I went on to my path to achieve what I wanted to achieve and do good to others in the way I felt good.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Aruna Jani?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
This means I could visualize when you were saying the story, I could visualize my own journey of life and coming out of struggles and as the seed come out and blooms out of the earth. The very fact that is the toughest part for the seed to come out of the earth. इन क्या कहते हैं उस चाह को उस चाह के लिए कि उसके ऊपर बारिश की बूंदें पड़े और सनलाइट पड़े तो वो एंड दैट इज अ लव फॉर लाइफ.
Absolutely.
थैंक यू.
Absolutely. Beautiful sharings. Beautiful sharing. And I like what each one of you is sharing. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Bharti?
Yeah, for me, especially when you were narrating about the seed, I had just closed my eyes. So I could visualize, अब यहाँ से कहाँ? All around the earth, अंधेरा ही अंधेरा है. At 53, अब यहाँ से कहाँ? If that just line struck, I could not find my way out. So yeah, lot of conversations to be had with you. Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful. Beautiful. Anil?
Well, for me, it was like the highs and lows of solar. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
It is like the highs and lows of my life. And when a storm comes in the journey, some of the branches are also broken, and the new branches come up, and you start moving ahead. Then the next day, fresh sunlight comes, and you start again are thrilled in life, and you can go ahead in life. There are so many thoughts which are coming. It can be a long thought. I just want to share a few things. That's all.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent. Thanks, Anil. Arshad, I'll take you on for the next one because we'll have to move on. Now, part 2 of the story. Along the way, the seed made friends with other plants. Bhai, the seed is not in the desert. It's not a cactus which is all alone. So we are going to break down the story of the seed. You will see very beautifully into a few distinct parts. So one is solo, struggling in darkness, conflict between voice of hope and voice of despair. Now look at the second part. Along the way, the seed made friends with other plants. There was a wise old banyan tree whose branches offered shade and protection to the seed. Now, this wise old banyan tree represents wisdom. There was also a very cheerful sunflower whose bright yellow petals always seemed to smile. This friend represents a happy person in life, cheerfulness. And the seed made another friend. There was a gentle tulsi whose delicate fronds swayed gracefully in the breeze, motivating you no ends. मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, in olden times, every household would have a tulsi. And tulsi is one plant where it gives oxygen for at least 20 in 24 hours. And one patta of tulsi can heal so much about some illness inside our body. So tulsi looks like a motivator. So along the way, the seed made friends with 3 plants. The banyan tree representing wisdom, the sunflower representing cheerfulness, they're happy. And tulsi represented motivator. Question for you. What does this mean for your life? So in the journey of the seed made some good friends. What does this mean for your life? Saurabh?
So this reflects a part of my life where my parents, my teachers, my friends, and all those strangers who have just come across my journey, and willingly or not willingly, they have helped me. They have always helped me to come out of those situations and keep smiling.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yojana?
Yes. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning, darling.
So, for me, this particular statement is like, yes, everybody has ups and downs in life. When I was down in my life, I could not think positive. But then people came and gave me rays like sunlight and uplifted me and gave me hope to again rebound and conquer my battle of life. Thank you.
ब्यूटिफुल, एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट योजना, बहुत अच्छी योजना बनाई आपने.
Thank you.
अभिजीत.
This meant that wisdom, happiness, motivation was a part of my journey ahead. When Bharti asked, what next? I think the answer is here, that there's wisdom with me, there's happiness with me, and there's motivation with me. And I only need to look around when I need motivation, when I need happiness, when I need wisdom. I have the banyan tree, I have the cheerful sunflower, I have the tulsi. I need to identify them and get along with my journey towards the next level.
Beautiful. Excellent. Now, for the rest of the session today, I would like people who haven't spoken yet to express their thoughts, and let's see how does it sound. This is a very safe space where everybody can be themselves and express whatever comes to you. And I just saw somebody very beautifully writing, this means relationship plus. So the first situation was task plus, अपना काम करते रहो भाई अच्छे से. And the second was relationship plus, also have these kind of people around you. Very beautifully connected, I must say. Very, very beautifully connected. I hadn't thought of this connection. You made me learn something from today's session. Very beautiful. Now part 3. Achha, those of you who have your tile named as iPhone, Galaxy, I know you believe that you are as vast as the galaxy. लेकिन थोड़ा एक 5-10 सेकेंड निकाल के जरा अपना नाम लिख ले यार. Because later on the back-end team have to scratch their head and develop a hairstyle like Rajesh Tekriwal or Narendra Goidani. कि यार कौन था ये, कौन है वो, हाँ 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 कौन है वो. तो थोड़ा नाम लिख लो भाई. और हो सके तो सिर्फ वो पेट नेम मत लिखो. लाइक डोंट राइट जीतू. अभी इन योर लाइफ यू आर द ओनली जीतू, बट इन KMM वी माइट हैव 4 जितेंद्रस. सो ये कौन सा जितेंद्र है वो हमको कभी नहीं समझता. एकता कपूर का बाप आ गया कहीं कि कोई और है. पूरा नाम लिख ले भाई. Now, amazing, huh? Let's go to part 3. What you're going to do inside the classroom is, you're going to identify some people and you're going to say, what are your thoughts on this? And if somebody says, no, nothing, it's okay. Let them be. Safe space. Identify somebody else. Sometimes people are just waiting to be asked. They have a thought, but they don't have that courage to raise their hands. They are just waiting to be asked. So do this in this session. Identify a few people and just ask them. Let's go to part 3. Together, they faced the challenges of the meadow. Together means the seed and the friends like the banyan tree, the tulsi, and the sunflower. Together, they faced the challenges of the meadow, supporting and encouraging each other. Despite the support of the friends, you, the seed, sometimes felt doubt. You wondered. Now comparison starts. You wondered if you would ever grow tall enough. You wondered if you would ever be strong as others. And you wondered, will you be as beautiful as the other plants? Task plus, relationship plus. उसके साथ में एक छोटा सा कंपैरिजन होता है. और वो हम में से बहुत लोगों के लिए ना is the source of distractions and unhappiness in our life. You will come across people who are not bothered about the money they have, But their misery is others have more money than I have. How many of you have experienced this kind of a scenario? Where your botheration is not the car or the vehicle you have, is what others have bought. You are very happy in your house till you go to somebody's house who's bigger. Now, this is a very natural trap that a human being creates in their own life. Obviously, these are kids in school, hormones are aging, so they will want a girlfriend, boyfriend, attraction, and am I beautiful enough, am I attractive enough, and then they have their college, will I be as smart as others? So we are not going directly into that zone. We are not directly talking about that part. We are not talking about directly in comparison. In a very subtle, in a very, very smart way, you are going to mention only about the seed's life. So together they face the challenges of the meadow, yet they support and encourage each other. Despite the support of friends, you the seed. Now it's essential for you to say again and again, you the seed inside the classroom. Keep reminding them, you the seed, you the seed, you the seed. You the seed sometimes feel doubt. You wonder if you will grow tall enough. If you could be as strong as others. And obviously, a human dilemma, which I'm sure the seeds and the trees and the birds and the flowers don't have, but we are helping them mirror. So you always, the last thing that you ask them is, will you be as beautiful as the other plants? But then you remember the word of the wise old banyan tree. You remember that the banyan tree once told you, remember, little seed, it is not just about the destination, it is also about the journey. Enjoy both. Banyan tree, wisdom. As told you, remember, little seed. You're still the seed, right? You're not become the tree yet. तो तुम छोटे हो, क्लास 9-10 के बच्चों को तुम बात कर रहे हो. We have attempted to create this session and the words very deliberately. So you say, remember, little seed, it is not just about the destination, it is also about the journey. Enjoy both. I'm taking a pause again and I'm asking people who haven't shared so far in the class today, what does this mean for your life? And I'm speaking about your life, not the children's life, not your neighbor's life, not your boss's life. What does this mean for your life? When you're thinking, will you be beautiful enough? Will you be strong enough? Will you grow high enough? And your wisdom says, it's not just about the destination. It is equally about the journey. Enjoy both. What does it mean for your life? Let me ask Mallika. Mallika, what does this mean for your life?
Sometimes we get lost in the process of going from point A to point B. Like when we are of that age group, or when I was of that age group, I used to think that when I become big, I want to become like smarter, become a doctor. But many times that held me from enjoying the simple things in life. Many times, along the way, things that I could have enjoyed and the process of learning sometimes, I missed on that because I wanted to get marks. I was only focused on that. So along the way, you miss on the simpler things in life sometimes when you want to reach a certain thing, when you envision that you'll reach there.
Beautiful. Very, very well said, Mallika. Very well said.
Thank you, Naren.
So now all of you can see that Mallika always had the answer, but she was just waiting for somebody to ask. Now this will also happen inside the classroom. People will have an opinion, but they may not think it is natural for them to raise the hands, and hence they are processing it. You just have to ask them, and they will come out with some deep thoughts. So, Parag, go for it.
Yeah. So when you said the journey is as important as the destination, so along the journey you get these experiences. There could be occasions where you do not have the company of banyan tree or a sunflower, so you get experiences and then you learn from them. And maybe at the end to achieve or to strive to become one.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Parag. Thanks a ton. Anju,
Happy morning, everyone.
happy
So, here,
morning.
yeah, as you rightly mentioned, the journey is equally important. I would say we spend most of the time in the journey, many a times. So, rather than just waiting for the destination to be happy, enjoy those moments, enjoy the wisdom which you gain, learn from your mistakes which we have done on the journey, and keep moving ahead. And that is what I want to say, because it's very important to keep moving ahead and learn from our mistakes.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So now I have four more people who are willing to share. I will listen to those four people and then we will move on. Huh? Now, all of you are going to speak now. Speak about it in reflection of your life right now. Uh, as of now, in your life, as you mirror this, that you have guidance, you have the wisdom of the banyan tree, yet sometimes you have doubts. How do you deal with this? Vijay?
Happy morning. So, Naren, I could remember taking the session and about the film Bawarchi. So that struck me very deeply. कि for bigger happiness, बड़ी बड़ी खुशियों की राह देखते हुए अपन छोटी छोटी खुशी भूल जाते हैं.
Yeah.
And the small step of happiness, what we enjoy that journey, makes our mind more broader, and when it comes out of the doubts and all the down in the life.
Absolutely. So true. Very beautifully said. Suhail?
Yeah, so when you are on a journey, even though you have the support of the people that you want, there are people who come into your life, and there are circumstances which make it difficult for you to achieve and do things that you want to do. And you get frustrated and you start cribbing and things like that. But in the end, I would always believe in the goodness of people, that all people are basically good, and these are just circumstantial things that are happening which are irritating you. So just relax, enjoy, and believe that the end is going to be good, no matter how tough your journey is going to be. So take it forward in that.
Thanks, darling. Neelam?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the first time I'm speaking, and I have taken a lot of courage to put my hands up. So, okay. Especially in this regard, I would like to say that I'm not a very ambitious person, and therefore the destination, many a times I did not even have a destination in mind. I didn't even know where I was going. So had it not been for the journey, I would have been, a depressed person, not knowing where I'm going and absolutely lost. But it was always about the beauty of the journey which carried me through. And on the way, I found new destinations to go to. And that was what life is all about for me, the beauty of the journey, because destinations are always dynamic. They keep on changing with changing age, changing circumstances. But if we don't focus on the journey, I don't think we'll be able to enjoy life at all. So it has to go hand in hand.
Amazing. So beautifully said. You should speak more, Neelam.
Thank you so much.
Vijay Bhaskar?
So rightly said, more than the destination, we spend time at journey. I give two examples very quickly. One, we go to Lord Balaji temple at Tirupati. It takes almost 10 to 12 hours from Hyderabad to Tirupati, right? And we get hardly 1 or 2 seconds to view the Balaji at the temple, the deity, right? So if you don't enjoy the journey, you are wasting almost 12 hours of time. Right? So when I was doing my Kashmir to Kanyakumari cycling, I made so many banyan trees, sunflowers, roses, tulsi, so many I made people connected with. That made me more happy than reaching my Kanyakumari, the destination. And I have good connections with them. That's giving a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things in my life. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, beautiful. Siona, darling, maybe for the next time, this time I'll have to move on, huh?
No problem.
So, all of you should know that Vijaya Bhaskar has once cycled from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. इतनी देर में हमारा तो रिसाइकल हो जाता था. And how beautifully he said, no? In between, I met a lot of banyan trees, lot of rose plants. बहुत सारे मिले मेरे को बीच में. Too good. And I loved what Neelam also said about, as you are enjoying the journey, suddenly you find new destinations that you did not even think is there in your road. Any one of you who's got on a road trip, you will see this, अरे यार ये तो बहुत interesting जगह है, ये तो अपने को मालूम ही नहीं था, चलो चलो ये भी देखेंगे. That's the beauty of enjoying the journey. Otherwise, a mad rush from destination to destination. With renewed determination, you, the seed, continued to grow. You reached for the sun. Your leaves unfurled like green wings. You drank in the rain and the dew. Your roots grew deeper and stronger. Over a few seasons, you, the seed, transformed into a magnificent banyan tree. Your branches reaching towards the sky, your roots firmly anchored in the earth. You, the banyan tree, stood tall and strong, a symbol of resilience and growth. You provided shade and shelter for countless creatures. The tiny seed that once lay dormant in the soil had fulfilled its destiny. The tiny seed that once lay dormant in the soil had fulfilled its destiny. It had become a vital part of the ecosystem. What does this mean for your life? Last two statements, very important. The tiny seed that once lay dormant in the soil had fulfilled its destiny. It had become a vital part of the ecosystem. Because now it was giving shade and shelter to countless creatures. What does this mean for your life? थोड़ा डीप क्वेश्चन है. कंचन?
नरेन, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी पूरे यूनिवर्स में मैं अगर खुद को देखूं तो आई एम जस्ट अ सिंगल डॉट, बट समवेयर आई फील आई मैटर. अगर मैं यूनिवर्स में एक सिंगल डॉट भी हूं तो भी आई हैव पर्पस जिसके लिए मुझे यहाँ पे भेजा गया है. सो फ्रॉम सीड टू फॉरेस्ट I have my journey. I need to enjoy that journey, and I have to fulfill my purpose जिसके लिए मुझे भेजा गया.
Amazing, amazing. Tasneem?
Yes, so I feel that seed is me, and I have the potential to grow exponentially and to spread my powers and grow a forest out of me. Yes, so it is that seed to a forest. That is the journey I see for myself.
Beautiful, beautiful. Santosh? डार्लिंग, आपका मशीन म्यूट पे है क्या? एंड आलोक, आई एम गोइंग टू पुट यू ऑन द स्पॉटलाइट आफ्टर दैट.
Happy morning and thank you, Naren.
Yeah.
What I am able to realize is that as a seed now, after my growth, I am now contributing towards the growth of the other seeds whom I am interacting with. So each and every day is an opportunity for me to add value, and I'm happy about that in this journey of mine.
Hmm. So true. So beautiful. Alok? आलोक मैं यहाँ हूँ.
सॉरी वो वैक्यूम क्लीनर बैकग्राउंड में चल रहा था.
Okay, okay, okay.
So what I realized, Naren, is that I have now evolved and fulfilled my true potential, and now I'm in such a position that I'm able to even guide and mentor other people,
Beautiful.
and become the banyan trees that they can.
Amazing. Superb. Very well said. And last person to share in this, Tushar.
Yes, so Naren, when I listened to whole story and at this last part, I realized that so far I was a consumer, and in this last phase I am become a contributor. Thus, I am serving my purpose to the ecosystem. That's what my realization is.
Very deep, very, very powerful. Very, very deep and very, very powerful. Beautifully said, darling. So let's summarize the journey of the seed so far. One, the seed's journey began with a desire to grow and contribute. That's the beginning. A desire to grow and contribute. Step two, it faced challenges like the drought, the wind, and self doubt. So, some challenges outside and some challenges inside. Three, friendship with other plants provided support and encouragement. Fourth, the seed's resilience and perseverance led to its transformation into a magnificent tree. And fifth, the seed's story emphasizes the importance of determination, the power of good friendships, the beauty of journey itself, and life is beautiful only when we are contributing back to the society, like what we are doing through KMM. Every one of you present over here is contributing back to the society by being a part of KMM. And I'm sure there are many of you who are doing 10 more things in life to contribute back to the society. Now, over here, also take a pause and ask the children inside the classroom that what does this life story of the seed mean to you? Would anybody like to share? Begins with a journey to grow and to contribute, faces obstacles like drought, wind, self doubt. Friendship with other plants provide the support, encouragement, guidance. Resilience and perseverance leads to transformation. And the seed story says the importance of determination, power of friendship, the beauty of the journey, and life is complete when we start contributing. So, what does this mean from your life's point of view? Today, wherever you are in life, what does it mean from your life's point of view? You ask the children this. In case there are some answers, beautiful. Over here, let me identify a few people whom I think have something to share. Anil Bhogesara. What do you think this means from your life's point of view? Yes, Anil, go ahead.
Yes, I was struggling with my phone. What it means is just continue to keep sowing more and more seeds and try to, share your experience, your journey's experience as a journey, and maybe help people relate to what you have been through so that they can see that if I can do it, anybody else can do it. Because we are all, after all, very similar to each other.
Outstanding. Outstanding. So beautiful. So beautiful. Let me ask Atharv. Atharv, what do you think this means from your life's point of view?
Yes, Naren. So I believe that inside me there is like tremendous potential
Hmm.
to do big things, and I feel I have sprouted, and now in the process of becoming a forest, right? Where I'll be friends with banyan trees. I can become banyan trees in life of others, right? And this entire cycle, like completes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, let me ask Prashant. Prashant, whom we very, very fondly also call as Badshah. What does this mean from your life's point of view?
Naren, life journey is beautiful. Initially, I will be consumer, but later on, I should be a contributor to maybe life.
Extremely powerful. I think Prashant has said it better than anybody else can that initially in my life I am a consumer, but I must have a very, very strong desire to be a contributor. The seed by itself is not a contributor. If it becomes a contributor, it will die. The story of the seed's life ends if it wants to be a contributor. But the seed has to become a tree. Then it can contribute endlessly. Endlessly. So, the children in the classroom today are seeds. They can begin contribution by helping their siblings, helping their parents, helping their classmates. But they should have a desire not just to be a plant, but to become a tree in times to come. And then they can contribute amazingly well. I saw Ritesh, Siona, and Vijay's hand. I'm sorry, I'll have to move on. So, Siona, again, next time, fastest finger first, thoda fast. Okay? And keep your camera on, don't switch it off. Now, let's move to the final insight that you're going to give. But probably the answer to the second question I asked, that would you like one formula, one tool, one technique by which you can conquer all your frustrations and pain in life? Now I want all of you to do something. You have a pen and paper. If you have, great. If you don't have, you have to visualize along with me. Now create a very big circle, as big as you can on your paper. Something like a circle. Okay, don't go in search of a compass, perfect circle. More or less a circle. If your circle looks like one anda, works. Big circle, as big as the size of the paper can be. उसके अंदर, let's say if this circle is 4 inch in radius, then 1.5 inches का ना एक और छोटा सा सर्कल बनाओ. Something like 35% size or 40% of the big circle. Now, those of you who like reading books, Stephen Covey, in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, creates this as an extraordinary chapter called the Circle of Influence and Circle of Concern. We are going to make some small changes to the entire exercise, and we are going to see how to present it in a language which children understand. But more importantly, in the next 10 to 12 minutes, you listen to it from the point of view of your life. The larger circle represents everything which is outside your control. तो ये जो छोटा सर्कल है और बड़ा सर्कल है उसके बीच का जो स्पेस है ना, उस स्पेस में लिख दो आउटसाइड माई कंट्रोल. और जो छोटा सर्कल है उसके अंदर लिख दो इनसाइड माई कंट्रोल. Now I'm going to give you certain parallel words for you to understand what outside control and inside control actually means. So if you want, you can write some of these words in the outside circle, and if you want, you can write some of these words in the inside circle. The outside circle represents helplessness, and the inside circle or the smaller circle represents power. The outside circle represents wastage, and the inside circle or the smaller circle represents potential. I want you to think about your life as you write these words. The larger circle represents frustrations. The smaller circle represents progress. The larger circle represents bakwas baat. Like the bakwas baat. And the smaller inside circle represents khas baat. The larger circle, in the larger circle lives, you know who? Voice of despair. And who lives in the inside smaller circle?
Voice of hope. Voice of hope.
The right answer, voice of hope. Please buy a Cadbury Dairy Milk and eat it today from my side. If you insist, I can GPay. गूगल से मेरे को ना थोड़ा वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको रॉयल्टी लेना पड़ेगा. गोइदानी पे जीपे. Now, in our life, either I focus on the inside circle or the outside circle. Your nature might be to focus on the outside circle or it will be to focus on the inside circle. If you are a person who is blaming, complaining, cribbing, pointing out others' fault all the time, if you are one of those people who are always criticizing the metro and the work of the city, if you're caught in traffic, you are kind of screaming to nobody in particular, but kya life hai yaar, naka what lag gaya, you know, all that stuff. If people are driving on the road and they are testing your driving skills by taking a sudden left, sudden light, and you feel like, kya log yaar, logo mein sense hi nahi hai yaar. Huh? If you are focusing on things on the outside of control, this is what happens. You are distracted, you complain a lot, you are a frustrated person, you have a lot of bakwas to give to people, and your voice of despair dominates your life. You have a lot of bakwas to give. And you surround yourself with people who will listen to your bakwas and say, कितने great हो आप. सही है सर, एकदम करेक्ट बात बोल रहे हो सर. बहुत ट्रैफिक खराब है सर. And you give them increments because they listen to you. Fundamentally, your life is bakwas. You're not happy. You're not the sunflower at all. Neither are you the banyan tree, nor you are the tulsi. You are the bhool si. Bhula do aadmi. So when you focus on things which is in the outside circle, the outside of your control, your life is filled with distractions. You are fundamentally a complaint box. You are always frustrated. Your life is full of bakwas and voice of despair dominates your life. Now understand something which happens, and this is critical. The more you focus on the outside circle grows. And how does the outside circle go? By pressing the inside circle. Which means the smaller circle keeps shrinking. So when you live your life focusing on things outside your control, you are shrinking the inside circle, which represents power, potential, progress, खास बात, voice of hope. तुम खुद ही उसको shrink कर रहे हो. Now imagine that's your life and the inside circle is shrinking. You shrink, your life shrinks, your happiness shrinks. Now imagine the smaller circle is growing. One of the circles will grow. Or the smaller circle, either it will shrink or it will grow. If you are a frustrated person, the smaller circle shrinks. But if you listen to the voice of hope, when you focus on things in your control, when you focus on your own power, when you focus on your own potential, when you focus on your progress, you prosper, you grow, your life expands. So your life is represented by the small circle. Either it will shrink or it will grow. The seed will have darkness. The sunlight will be harsh. The winds will grow strong. The earthworm will want to come and eat you. Every seed has to go through this journey. Now the seed has the power to become a forest. And that cannot happen by you focusing on the outside circle and only talking bakwas. And I want you to repeat this word bakwas a few times. याद रहेगा बच्चों को. वो सर्कल ऑफ कंसर्न, सर्कल ऑफ कंट्रोल, स्मॉल सर्कल, बिग सर्कल मालूम नहीं, बकवास उनको याद रहेगा. Your life will always have things you can't control, and your life will always have things which you can control. Your smartness is not by the number of degrees you have. Your smartness is not by the money that you have. And more importantly, and this is what I'm telling all of you, your smartness is not about your past successes. Your smartness is, today are you working to expand your life or are you shrinking your life? Are you growing and prospering? Or are you just shrinking and moving closer to death? Are you still wanting to be a consumer and expect things from everybody around you? Or do you realize you are no more the seed, you have become a banyan tree. Now it's time for you to contribute. For the children inside the classroom, they can also begin their contribution. There's enough scope to help others. But you and me, we have to become adults and develop this mindset. Our job is to contribute. At the time banyan tree helped me, at the time sunflower helped me, at the time tulsi helped me. Now it's time for me to become a part of the ecosystem by contributing. This is what will end the worries of your life. And your worries will multiply if you still think, अरे आलोक को मेरे लिए ये करना चाहिए, अरे जेसिका को मेरे लिए ये करना चाहिए, अरे मनीषा को मेरे लिए ये करना चाहिए, अरे यार स्वाति ने तो मेरे लिए किया ही नहीं, अरे श्रीपाल तो यार कितने दिन से मतलब है क्या है यार कुछ कर. We die when we expect the world to contribute to us. We become alive when we believe we are strong enough, our roots are deep enough, and in the crown of my head, the banyan tree, I can give life and opportunities to live to thousands of birds. So let's complete this session by a few small MCQs, multiple choice questions. Huh? But before you go there, visualize that the small circle is pushing the boundaries and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And very soon there will be no outer circle. You have worked on the inner circle so much that you have conquered the outer circle. When you focus on the smaller circle, you increase your power, you also increase your potential. No doubt you progress. So a few quick multiple choice questions for all of you, and give me the answers either by raising your hands or by writing in the chat box. Which circle do you want to grow? The inner circle or the outer circle?
Inner circle.
Inner circle.
Inner circle.
Inner circle.
Beautiful. What is in your circle of influence or control? People liking you or you liking yourself?
Me liking myself.
Me liking.
Myself. Liking self.
Who is more likely to succeed? Someone who complains or someone who's, or rather, let's do it for the children, somewhere who complains about unfair exams or someone who studies harder and smarter?
Someone
Studies harder and smarter.
Right? Very simple question. Who is more likely to succeed? Someone who complains about unfair exams or someone who studies harder and smarter? Studies harder and smarter. Now, same question to your life. Whose life becomes better? Somebody who complains about people and situations, or somebody who asks, what can I do to solve it? What can I do to solve it? What can I do to solve it?
What can I do to solve it?
Right? Any one of you, have you experienced that your life is brilliant because you are complaining about people? Has it ever happened? You got a breakthrough in life because of the way you complained about people? If it doesn't work, isn't it a sign of insanity that we continue to do the same thing and expect life to turn around? Okay, final question. What's a better use of time? Worrying about things or preparing to become better?
Preparing to become better.
थोड़े बड़े obvious questions है ना? Remember, life and this session is not about ignoring problems. It's about channelizing your energy and power and focus where it can make maximum difference. I repeat, it is not about ignoring problems. It is about channelizing your energy, power, and focus where it can actually make a difference. Whenever you catch yourself that you are stuck in the circle of concern, see if you can shift to your circle of influence. Whenever you see yourself stuck in the outer circle, shift into the inner circle. And then end the class by saying, we celebrated Stars of the Future a couple of weeks ago and announced inside the classroom the next year also we'll have Star of the Future. We are going to give you a poster that you can leave inside the classroom and tell every child that I want to see you winning the Star of the Future award next year. And say that if you are also wanting to be a contributor, would love to see each one of you as a part of KMM next year. Sow that seed. Those of you who wish to be a part of KMM, and if you believe it is doing something good to you, visit mykmm.org and submit your name. Next year, whenever we start enrollments, we'll get in touch with you. So complete the session by for a 1 minute or 2 minutes saying how much you believe in them and how much each one of them has the potential to become star of the future. Tell them wherever you are in your journey, from a seed to a forest. Maybe you have just sprouted. Maybe you have just become a small plant. Maybe you can become 40 feet, but you are at 5 feet right now. One day, we would love to hear stories about how a seed became a forest. Very sincerely, I wish each one of you an extraordinary life. And may your life be a story of what a focus on the inner circle can create. How powerful can one progress peacefully? How much can somebody enjoy the journey and not just the destination? And how you were the wise banyan tree to a few lives. And in turn, how much you enjoyed your own life also because you were a contributor. Darlings, thanks a ton for being a part of KMM. Your presence over here means the world to us. Let this last session of 2024 be the best session of KMM you have ever delivered inside the classroom. It's a very simple to deliver session. You are fundamentally talking only about two things. The seed into a forest, and you're talking about the two circles. इतना ही है, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं है. But through storytelling, through engagement, by making every child in the class speak. So if you have 5 interactions and you have 40 children inside the classroom, 7 or 8 children should give answers, either in the, okay, what does it mean to your life, or in the multiple choice question that we ask in the end. But somewhere every child should speak inside your classroom. I'll see all of you next year in KMM again. Till then, take great care of yourself and may you stay in the inner circle, expanding that circle and eliminate the outer circle from your life very soon.